is What If Ollie back with another video, or my second video anyway, and today we are doing what if Deku had destruction power, or destruction energy, part 1. So, it turns out just how it does in the anime, except after, instead of All Might saving him from the sludge villain, Whis saved him, and so Deku asked Whis, "Who are you?" And Whis replied with, "My name is Whis." And then Deku said, "What are you?" Well, Deku said, "What quirk do you have?" And Whis replied, "A quirk? What's a quirk? We only have Ki, God Ki, and destruction energy." And I was here to ask you if you wanted the power of a god. And Deku, who thought that might actually be a quirk, and he might finally have a quirk, excitedly replied with an excited yes. And Whis then replied that she was going to take him up into the clouds for some training to be able to use it. And Whis then took him to, forgot what that one place was. Whis then took him to, I don't remember, I'm just going to call it the time-space training room. Anyway, so Whis took him to the time-space training room, and Deku asked what was this, and he needed to get home as fast as possible. And before this, they told his mum that he was going to be training for about a week. And so they went to the training room of Space and Time. Space-time training room, and they trained there, which a day I'm pretty sure is equivalent to a year. So I'm gonna take it down a notch to 1 day, 24 hours. So they go into the room to check Space and Time, and Deku asked what this was and why it was so heavy. And Whis told him all about the room of Space and Time. Whis then replied that he should put on this gi, and Deku asked what gi, and Whis showed him a gi resting nicely on the table in the room of Space and Time. So Deku put on his gi and had the good old god training symbol on it. and he went to train with Whis, which he did for about a year, which is 24 hours in real life, I'm pretty sure. And when he was done, he walked out and looked at himself and asked how he was so muscly from just that bit of training. And then we said, you can now use instruction, or you can now use ki and everything that a ki user can do. So Deku asked when he was going to get his god energy, well, his destruction energy, which is also the god of destruction's energy as well. Pretty much every god has it apart from the creation gods in Dragon Ball anyway. So Whis then gives him, I'm just gonna make it so that it's like a, I guess, orb that he has to eat, because I'm too lazy to go downstairs, go on my computer, or turn my computer on, and find out how they got God Key. Well, how they got the destruction energy, which is also known as which also has its signature move known as the Hakai. And if you've watched up through the end of Dragon Ball Super, you can figure out that one of the characters managed to use it as like a transformation-ish type thing, where everything he used was Hakai energy, which I'm gonna call it for now. Anyway, so Deku eats the orb and then felt a surge of energy, and then we said he should probably fly down there, which he can do now as he can use ki. So he flies down to normal land and goes home, and his mum gave him a big hug and asked why he was so muscly, and he told Mum about the room of space and time, and that he wasn't supposed to tell his mum about it. And his mum was also known as Inko, which you probably should know, which I did know a second ago. Told him that tomorrow, the day after, as it was a Sunday, would be school. So he went to school the next day. The exact same thing happens. Like, he gets attacked by the sludge villain twice. So the exact same thing happens as in the original anime, where it says that Deku and Bakugo want to go to UA and all that stuff. Everyone laughs, and he starts walking home, and he gets attacked by the sludge villain again, but this time he goes into the stance that you can see on the picture right now, just without the clothes and body around the head, just like the pose. And then he uses Hakai, which then incinerates half of the sludge villain, so I'm gonna nerf him for now, as he is too weak. So he gets captured by the sludge villain, just how it does in canon, and he starts suffocating, as he can only use Hakai once, as he was too untrained. So then All Might appears, and Detroit smashes the sludge villain, saving Deku. Deku asks for All Might's autograph, as he did not pass out, as he could breathe in space. Or he had very gigantic, or you could take a lot of air, like you can go without air for ages, like how characters do when they go into space from Dragon Ball. And so All Might picks up the sludge villain, and Deku grabs onto All Might's leg while throwing off the bottles to get more grip so he doesn't fall off. All Might lands on the rooftop and scolds him for holding on to his leg, saying that he could have dropped and died. So Deku then asks All Might if he could be a hero with such a destructive quirk. And so All Might said, "You probably won't be number one, but you might make it to third or second place if you're good enough." And then Deku is a bit sad and starts walking home with a tiny bit of a frown. He's not like smiling all the time anymore, but he's not that sad as to like frown all the time. He doesn't have a frown nor a smile anymore. Anyway, so he's walking home, then he hears all those explosions which happen in canon. He runs over to see what's happening. He sees his Bakugo. He runs over, throws his bag, but instead of clawing, he holds on to Bakugo and starts trying to use Hakai, which is a tiny one, which only incinerates half, which it only incinerates quarter this time, as he's already used it and he's a bit tired from it. So after that, he starts clawing at the sludge villain. All Might comes in to save the day once again. All Might once again, but instead of scolding him, he praises him for trying to save him with his powerful quirk. So on the way home, in the house area, he gets cornered by All Might again. Just as in canon, All Might asked if he wanted to be his successor, which I am going to make him his successor, by the way. Spoiler alert. And Deku, because his personality is a bit different and a tiny bit more power hungry because of his Hakai, which I am going to add because of it, says yes, he will be his successor. So as Deku doesn't have sleeves in this one, All Might looks at Deku's biceps and just goes, he might really make it to being my successor and the number one hero. So he tells him to, in a week, meet him at Deku Beach, I'm pretty sure. I've just been memorizing everything, by the way. So he clears it in half a day. And All Might then gives him a strand of hair. Deku, without a second thought, decided to eat the strand of hair to get all its power. Deku then, just as in the other series, thinks, why does he have to eat stuff to get power? Anyway, so Deku feels a surge of power, and All Might tells him to do a smash. So Deku uses a 100% smash into the ocean, and for some reason with the smash, which All Might was confused about, there was this purple whitish energy around the smash, and when he had like the red bit when he was about to use the smash, there was also a bit of purple and white, purple pinkish in there as well, and a bit of blue as well, and it basically vaporized all the water within, well, on the little river-ish bit, for like a half a mile. And All Might was surprised about this, and then they started training to control his power, just in case he loses control. He learns all his full cowling, but he also learns how to properly combine Hakai, Ki, God Ki, and One for All properly, and how to do them one by one. So it was 10 months later, which is the UA entrance exam.